Hey, glad you're here with me. Can't wait to do this practice with you today. So grab your block, grab your mat, and let's go. So let's start at the top of the mat. We're going to start with pranayama breathing. So got a few comments about this breathing that we do. Pranayama means life force. So it's forcefully bringing oxygen into our body, really waking up all the cells. And we think about breath too as the bridge between the body and the mind. So it's bringing the two together, it's bridging the two together. So what happens is we start to really wake the body up. So the body comes into its senses that might have been kind of dormant all day, and the mind starts to come down a bit. So all that kind of monkey mind, just all that chatter just starts to calm down. So the breath forming that bridge to make that happen, right? So with this pranayama breathing, breathe in by the nose, out by the mouth, using your throat. So it's kind of Darth Vader-y. You start to close the throat off a little bit like a valve. Others might call it ujjayi breathing as well. So it sounds and looks like this. We start with the head back first, elbows together, inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Join me. Inhale, head down. Relax the shoulders, elbows up towards the ceiling, look straight ahead. Exhale, head up, push your head back. So just the arms and head move. Here, the elbows come forward away from your chest, maybe parallel to the floor, elbows together, inhale, head down. So don't let the elbows dip down, they come straight out and up. Exhale, head up, push your head back. So here you can kind of channel your inner Darth Vader. If you're struggling with the breath, sometimes that helps to think of that. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. So I set the intention for every posture, every breathing exercise. Here, look straight ahead. Exhale, head up, push your head back. Now bring your eyes to look for the wall behind you. Let your eyes guide, elbows forward, elbows together. Inhale, head down. Let's do two more. Exhale, head up, push your head back. And that's good. So we'll start with our first vinyasa, sun salutation. Inhale, arms sweep up over your head sideways. Exhale, swan dive down. Here in our first forward fold, to relax the head, you can move your hips. You can rest your hands down onto the mat. You can grab your opposite elbows. You could even do a little sway side to side if you like, or just kind of feel a little bit more planted with the hands down onto the mat. So just relax it down. Good. And so yeah, it's good to take a little time with this first forward fold. All right, and bring the legs to stillness. Let your head still relax down. Going into our first low lunge. So bring the right leg back to the runner's lunge. You can bring the knee down if you need to. Make sure the left knee stacked on top of the left ankle, spine long, stomach in, up on the back toes. Lift the hamstring up towards the ceiling. Right hip forward, left hip back. Bring the left foot back into a high plank. Bring it to the knees if you need to. Wrist right underneath the shoulders. We take it down and back up. Down again. Inhale, bring the chest through for up dog. And exhale, roll over on the toes into down dog. Woo, first down dog. Yeah, so think about taking an overarch out of the spine. So stomach in, hips lift up towards the ceiling. So think about the hips lifting towards the back top corner of your room, wherever you are right now. Chest gently presses towards the thighs. Going into our runner's lunge again. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Bring your right foot through in between the hands. Take some time. Use your hand if you need to bring that front foot up. Left hip forward, right hip back. Long spine, shoulders down away from the chest and look straight ahead on the front mirror, or on the floor. So not looking straight at something in front of you or down at your belly button. Make sure the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. Bring your left foot up to meet the right, hands to heart center, round up. Good, you can stay here or you can take the optional back bend if you like. Lift up through the chest, lift up out of the waist, and take your back bend. Good, and inhale, forward fold. Hands down to the mat. This time start with the left. Left leg comes back, runner's lunge. Left hip forward, right hip back. Long spine. Breathe, stomach in. And bring your right foot back, high plank. And let's bring it down, chaturanga. Back up, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. So you can make sure the head's relaxed, so you could nod your head a couple times. Hips lift up towards the ceiling, chest press towards the thighs. You can have a slight bend in the knees. That's perfectly okay. Over time, they'll start to straighten a little bit. Heels might come closer down towards the mat, but don't force it quite yet, or ever really don't force it. Bring your left foot through for a runner's lunge, long spine. Good, right hip forward, left hip back, up on the back toes. So yeah, getting into the every part of the foot really here. So this helps with plantar fasciitis, the specific angle here that your foot is at. So you're up, yeah, on the toes. And bring your right foot up, hands to heart center, round up. Stretch up. You can take a back bend here if you like. Lift up, keep the chest lifted, lower spine, middle spine, upper spine, total spine bending. Good. And exhale, hands, palms come to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Hands down to the mat, right foot back. Runner's lunge. And left leg back. High plank. Let's bring it down for a chaturanga, back up. Now keep the elbows in close, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Good. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Bring your right foot through. Bring the right hand to the right hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine and start the twist. So open the chest now towards the right side of the room. And you can bring the arm up if you like. You can spread the fingers out. Still left hip forward, right hip back. And bring your hand back down to the mat. Left foot steps up to meet the right. I'll get it right today. Hands to heart center, round up. Stretch up, take a back bend. Good, and exhale, fold, hands down to the mat. Left foot steps back, runner's lunge. Right foot steps back, high plank. Chaturanga, elbows in close, back up. Chaturanga, bring it through, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Bring your left foot through. Left hand, left hip. Lengthen the spine first. Then start the twist. Initiate the twist, always lower spine first. Then middle spine, then upper spine. Left arm reach up, look up. Right hip forward, left hip back. Left hand back down. Right foot steps up, hands to heart center, round up. Stretch up. Take that back bend if it's calling, and it probably is. Good, and hands, palms come to heart center. So good. All right, from here, we move into half moon. Inhale, arms sweep up. Stretch up, and take a little movement, right and left, just for a couple seconds here. Just warming up the side bodies, and come back to the center. Weight in the heels, hips forward, chin up. Deep breath. Stretch up out of the waist, bend your body to the right, push your hips to the left. Push the hips to the left. So if you have a mirror in front of you, that's great. You can check out your alignment. But what can happen a lot is we can kind of get into this wilted position. So looking at the floor, shoulders are kind of collapsing in, hips aren't opening at all, right? So come back into one straight line, into one plane, you could say, right? So Bring the two hips in one line. So you might need to bring the right hip a little bit forward to get the two hips in one line. Chin away from your chest. You got it. Push the hips to the left a little bit more. Right hip forward. Inhale, come back up. Stretch up, touch the ceiling, straight line, bend your body to the left. Good. Keep the glutes gently contracted, hips forward, right hip forward, left shoulder forward. To keep the two hips in one line and two shoulders in one line, chin away from your chest. Relax your face, breathe in by your nose, out by your nose. Push the hips to the right a little bit more. Inhale, come back up. Deep breath, stretch up. Drop your head back, look back, bring your arms back. Try to touch the wall behind you. Weight in the heels. Inhale, stomach, legs, hips, everything push that forward. Bring your arms back more. Look back, go back. Inhale, come back up. Bend your knees, place your hands down on the floor in front of you. Padahastasana, move your hips. Right and left, and here we are. We're gonna start our Crescent Lunge series from here. So, inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. And inhale, look up and lengthen. From this look up position, walk back to plank or hop straight back into low plank for your chaturanga. Back up to high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. So, started the process of opening up the hips, the hip flexors in that first sun salutation or that first vinyasa. And so here we go a little bit deeper, getting into the hip flexors with Crescent Lunge. So inhale, bring the right leg up, bring your right foot through. Hands on hips, come on up. And sit down into your lunge. So eventually this right thigh, the front thigh, will be parallel to the floor. Arms reach up. Good. And sit down. Sit down nice and low. Good. Left hip forward, right hip back. Relax the shoulders. Nice. Now bring the left knee down. Check out your legs. Both legs are at 90 and 90. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Round down. Bring your forehead to your knee. Inhale, come back up. Stretch up. Takes a bit of balance here to take your back bend. So press into the back shin. Lift up out of the chest and take a back bend. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Right foot steps back, down dog. Breathe. Inhale, bring the left leg up. And bring your left foot through for Crescent Lunge. Hands to hips, come on up. And sit down. Sit down nice and low. Good. Arms reach up. So when the arms reach up, make sure your ribs don't poke out too much, so overarching the spine, right? Wrap them back in, wrap the lower ribs back in, relax the shoulders, sit down. Yeah. So you're up on the back toes, try to get the back leg straight, back foot perpendicular to the floor. And bring the right knee down. Check out your legs. Legs are 90 degrees and 90 in the back as well. Palms together, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Thumbs are crossed, round down. Forehead to the knee. Good. Suck the stomach in. Get the actual forehead to the knee. Inhale, come back up. Stretch up. Take a back bend. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Left foot steps back, down dog. Breathe. Inhale, bring the right leg up and bring your right foot through. Okay, come on up. Inhale, arms sweep up. This time, palms together. Good. Palms together. Relax your shoulders, stomach in. Lengthen the spine. And then twist left elbow to right knee. If you need to bring the knee down, if you need to bring the left knee down, go ahead, it's fine. Palms together, shoulders away from the ears, look up. Inhale, come back to center. Hands back, or excuse me, left knee down. Inhale, arms sweep up, legs at 90-90, palms together. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round down, forehead to the knee. Inhale, come back up. Stretch up. Take your back bend. Inhale, come back up, hands down, right foot back. Down dog. Crescent lunge, inhale, left leg up, bring your left foot through. Hands at hips, come on up. And on this side as well, we add a twist. Hands, palms to heart center. Lengthen, right elbow, left knee, palms together. Keep the back leg straight as you can. Look up. And yeah, if you want to, you could always bring the arms out. But if that feels too much, you can bring them back. And bring your hands back down, right knee down. Inhale, palms together above your head. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round down, forehead to the knee. So here, really stimulating the thyroid gland. Gonna help your metabolism, sleep cycle, temperature regulation, hormonal balance. And now extend the thyroid gland and good. Reach back for a back bend. Hands back down to the mat. Left foot steps back. Down dog. Breathe. Good. So make sure no tension in the head and the neck for your down dog. Lift your hands. Walk or hop it up. Hands to heart center, round up. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. From this position, walk back to plank or hop back to low plank. Chaturanga. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're going to move into Warrior 2 here, our Virabhadrasana 2 series. Inhale, bring the right leg up. Bring your right foot through. Spin the back foot around. Windmill the arms open. Sit down into your Warrior 2. Sit down nice and low. Hips forward, upper body back, and stay down nice and low. Good. From here, we move into our hot triangle. So gaze over your back fingertips. Notice where your chin and shoulder, the relationship is there. Keep it there. Flip the palms open, tilt to triangle. You can take about 3 breaths to get into this completely. So fingertips coming down towards the right foot. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling. The 2 arms stretch apart in one line. Keep looking up towards your top hand. So your left thumb right over your left eye. Stretch up, push the hips forward, push the right knee back with the help of the right elbow. Make sure standing leg, the left leg, excuse me, is absolutely strong and solid. And twist the upper body back. And bring your hands back down to the mat. Right foot back, down dog. Down dog. Breathe. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Bring your left foot through for Warrior 2. Windmill the arms open. Sit down. Sit down low. Don't cheat yourself. This is a hip opener, and it's meant to be uncomfortable at times, or maybe all the times. Gaze over the back fingertips. Slip the palms. Tilt to triangle. Stretch down. Stretch up. Look up. Chin towards the shoulder, hips forward, upper body, turn it and twist it back like a spine twist. So to do that, really root through the right leg. Make sure the outer edge of the right foot really planted and steady on the floor. And bring your hands back down to the mat. Left foot steps back. Down dog. Breathe. Moving into revolved triangle. Inhale, bring the right leg up, leg straight, foot flexed. So your leg is straight behind you. It's not off to one side. It's straight behind you. Now stack the hips, point the toe. Leg is still straight, not bent. Now bring your hips back to level. So your right hip bone now facing towards your mat. And right foot underneath the heart. Bring your hands to your hips. Come on up. And yeah, have your block handy if you have a block, or maybe a water bottle, pet, whatever you got. Inhale, left arm, right, reach up, but be kind. Make sure that thing is going to be able to support you happily. All right, so your hand comes down to the block or maybe the mat or maybe a shin that you could work to. Inhale, lengthen the spine and start to twist. So now chest opens towards the right side of the room. Now if you feel like, two shoulders are in one line, you can bring the top arm up. I'm feeling some tightness today, so I don't think mine are in one line, so I'm going to keep my hand on my hip for today. You can still look up towards the ceiling and bring it on back down. Right foot steps back, down dog. Breathe. Inhale, bring the left leg up, leg straight, foot flexed. Stack the hips, point the toe, and bring your hips back to level. Left foot underneath your heart. Back foot spins out at 45 degrees. Hands to hips, come on up. Inhale, right arm reach up. Bring your hand down to the block or mat or foot or shin. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Then start the twist. Twist. So now chest opens towards the left side of the room. Spiral the upper inner thighs together to keep that connection going so the hips don't go all kind of crazy directions. That's going to help a little bit. And if the two shoulders line up, you can bring the top arm up. But for me, I keep my hand on my hip today, but don't let that limit you if you're ready. And bring your hand back down to the mat. Left foot steps back, down dog. Lift your hands. Walk or float it up. Hands to heart center, round up. Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Walk or hop it back. Chaturanga. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Moving into warrior two. Again, second time here. Inhale, bring the right leg up, bring your right foot through. Spin the back foot around, windmill the arms open, sit down into your warrior two. Sit down low. Good. Good. Now flip the palm, or look to your back hand, flip the palms, tilt to triangle, stretch down, stretch up. Yeah, let's go into extended side angle. So just sweep that arm on around. And now bring the bicep more towards your left bicep by your head. And fingertips reach towards that diagonal. Hips forward. Twist the upper body back. And hands back down to the mat. Right foot steps back, down dog. Now here you could take an optional vinyasa if you like. What does that look like? It's those two chaturangas. It's the up dog. And it's the down dog. That's totally optional, totally optional. So you can just rest here in down dog. We all meet in down dog. Inhale, bring the left leg up, bring the left foot through, spin the back foot around, windmill the arms open, sit down. Warrior two. Sit down nice and low. Good. And gaze over the back, fingertips, slip the palms open, tilt to hot triangle, stretch up, stretch down. Good. And extended side angle. Sweep the arm around. And look up. Okay, here, you always have the opportunity to take a half bind, a full bind, or go into your bird of paradise. And there's always time. Bring the foot back down, down dog. So we'll all meet in down dog. Some people will go into those parts of the posture. You might want to take an optional vinyasa. Or you might just say, hey man, I need to take a break. I'm staying in down dog. And that's fine. All right, let's revolve the triangle. Now right leg up, leg straight, foot flexed. Stack the hips, point the toe. Bring your hips back to level. Right foot underneath the heart. Back foot spins around, block handy. Hands, hips, come on up. Inhale, left arm reach up. Hand down to the block. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And twist. Yeah, twist the spine. Whole spine, lower spine, middle spine, upper spine. And if the two shoulders line up, you could bring the top arm up. And bring your hand back down. Right foot steps back to down dog. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Legs straight, foot flexed. And stack the hips, point the toe. Bring your hips back to level, left foot underneath the heart. Back foot spins out, hands to hips, come on up. Inhale, right arm reach up. Bring your hand down to the block or the mat, or your shin, or your foot. Inhale, lengthen, so many options. And twist. That's what's so great about yoga, is there's always options. There's always options. And one of the main options would be patient and wait for it. So don't feel like you have to really muscle through or crank anything out. Just be patient and be where you are. That's okay. Don't feel like there ever has to be another thing if you have to force it. You'll know when you're ready. Hands back down to the mat. Left foot steps back. Down dog. You can take an optional vinyasa if you like. Breathe. All right. Lift your hands, walk or hop it up. Hands to heart center, round it on up. Tadasana. All right, arms down by your side. Here we move into awkward or utkatasana. So bring your right foot to the right. Just one simple step, right foot to the right, 6 inches apart. So now your feet are hip width apart. So check out your hip bones. You can feel where those are. And then your knees line right up underneath that. Then your ankles line up right underneath that. So that's your alignment. And see where your feet are, right? It's like an H. So you imagine that bar in between there, it's an H. So your feet stay right there the whole time. You've got 3 parts of this posture. So make sure the feet don't move. Arms up, parallel to the floor. 5 fingers together. Stomach in and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. Stomach in, upper body back. Good. So check out your alignment again. Make sure still knees, feet 6 inches apart, toes, heels 6 inches apart. Bring your upper body back more. It's like somebody's got a tiny little chair that they're pulling out from behind you, and you're trying to sit back in that chair. Relax the shoulders, look straight ahead. Bring your upper body back more. Inhale, come back up. Keep your arms there. Concentrate. Stand up on your toes maximum. It's a great posture for your feet. Plantar fasciitis, maybe some issues going on with diabetes. So bring great amount of circulation into the feet. So come up on the toes maximum. And sit down on top of the toes, spine straight until your hips touch the imaginary chair. Knees up, heels up, upper body lean back. Come up higher on the toes. Knees up towards the ceiling. Come sit down in the chair. Inhale, come back up. Heels come down. Third part, rock a little bit onto the toes so the heels might come up a little bit. Bring the knees together. Suck your stomach in, slowly sit down. So knees have to stay together. We call this posture awkward pose for a reason. So it feels awkward, might look awkward. So you might come down just a little bit. That's all right. But come down just as far as you can with the knees still together the whole time. Now continuously stretch your spine up towards the ceiling. So you have this at least ½ inch gap between the hips and the heels. So there's no resting on the heels. Keep your arms strong. Inhale, breathing. Slowly come back up, knees together. Spine straight. Heels down. Right foot back. Arms down by your side. Next, we have Eagle Garurasana. I think we've done this a few times. And it's a twisty one, so be patient with yourself. So especially if you have some bigger body up here, so maybe ladies or men, you got some bigger muscles up here, it's normal to feel a little bit crunched up. So just do your best. Inhale, arm sweep up. Bring your right arm under the left arm. Cross them, twist them like ropes. So make sure right arm under the left arm. And palms, you want them close together if you can. In the beginning, they might come pretty far apart, and that's okay. Do your best. So if they're pretty close, you could actually interlock the fingers few times. Get the palms a little bit closer together, then release the fingers. Pull the elbows down. So this eagle a little bit different than some other eagles, but this one we pull the elbows down. Yeah. And then sit down in the chair. Bring your upper body back. Right leg lift up high as you can. Over the left leg. Twist the legs. If you need the wall, head to the wall. Perfectly all right. Sit down. Stomach in. Pull your elbows down. Bring your upper body back. Slowly knees to the right, upper body to the left. That's to get everything in one line. Sit down, pull your elbows down, stomach in, upper body back, change. Arms up. Left arm under the right arm. Cross them, twist them, pull the elbows down, sit down, upper body back, stay low, don't pop up. Left leg lift up. So the key is to twist the legs. You gotta sit down low. So it's impossible, imagine. It's impossible to cross two straight legs over one another. So you've got to bend them and you've got to sit down. Good, sit down, stomach in, upper body back, knees to the left, upper body to the right, feet, knees, elbows, hands, everything one line. Sit down, pull your elbows down, stomach in, upper body back, and change. Arms up. And arms down. From here, we'll go into standing separate leg stretching. So you could either straddle your mat or you could come to the back or front of your mat for this one. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, right foot comes down. Make sure it's a soft landing. So toe, arch, heel as you come down, right? Stomach in, bend your body down. First, as we get the hamstrings kind of warmed up, let's take a wide-legged down dog. Wide-legged down dog. So the arms and the hands come way beyond your mat. Hips lift up towards the ceiling. Chest press towards the thighs. Breathe. Let's walk the hands back. Bring your hands to your hips. Come on up. Stand up. This time interlock your hands behind you. See if you can get the wrists close together. And forward fold. And then arms might come on overhead. They might stay low. That's okay. So wherever they are, it's all right. See if you can bring the palms back together so wrists come close together. And then you'll come back up. This time arms straight out, stomach in. Bend your body down. Bend your body down. Grab your heels. Can't grab the heels, grab the outsides of the feet. Can't grab the outsides of the feet, grab your two big toes with your middle and index fingers. Still no good, that's all right. Just bring your hands back down onto the mat right in front of your face. So if you have something to pull, make sure the legs are straight. So that means quadriceps contracted. Make sure the legs are straight so the hamstrings can be safe in their straight and their stretch. So quadriceps have to be contracted so hamstrings can stretch safely. And pull, stretch your body down from the lower spine towards the floor. So eventually forehead lands right in between your feet, shoulders away from your ears, and the arms are close in towards the shins. Good. Release that. Inhale, come back up. Stomach in, arms out. Right foot steps back, arms overhead, arms down by your side. And from here, let's do a standing bow. So a few balancing postures, then we'll be down on the floor. So standing bow, right hand out, palm facing up, bring it out to the right. Drop it straight down. Step back a little bit. Drop it straight down, grab your right foot behind you. See if you can grab from the inside at the ankle, right at the ankle. Left arm up, knees together. Inhale, stretch up and kick. Kick. Good. And charge your body forward. So it's a kick and a forward charge all at the same time. That's what keeps you balanced. Yep. Stretch forward. Go touch the front. Kick back, kick up, look forward, stretch forward, body down, kick up one more time. And change. Come on out. Bring your left hand out, bring it out to the left, drop it straight down. Grab your left foot, palm face up. Good, now right arm up. Knees together, inhale, stretch up. And kick. And stretch. Body down and kick. Stretch forward, look forward. Good, now get the body down. So if you have tighter hamstrings, go ahead and bring the body down first as much as you can. And then start the kick. Yeah, so now you feel with the kick, the left shoulder stretching. Yeah, so you kick, look forward, stretch forward, kick, kick up one more time. change. Come on out. Good. Come to the back of the mat for balancing stick. Inhale, arms sweep up, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, thumbs crossed, get a good grip. Inhale, right leg step forward, lock both legs. Come down. Arms head together. Everything parallel. Capital T here. Body down, leg up. Chin away from your chest. You got it. Stretch. Come on, stretch. Stretch. Inhale, come back up. Keep your arms there. Inhale, left leg step forward. Lock both legs. Come down. Arms head together. Body down. Leg up. Kind of like a teeter-totter here. Stretch. Chin away from your chest. Stretch. Shoulder blade, scapula feel like they're coming out. Stretch, and he'll come back up. Step back, arms down by your side. So good. Next, we'll go into tree, and we'll take it down to the floor. All right, tree. Different ways to do this one. Toes can be on the ground. Sole of the foot by the ankle, the standing ankle. Can be on the calf. Can be on the inner thigh. Just not on the knee. Knees not meant to go in that direction. Or we can do our traditional half lotus tree. All right, so from here, make sure your quadriceps contracted. Gently guide the right knee back. Right hand up to the center of the chest. Breathe. Push the hips forwards. This is a hip opener. Stretch the spine up towards the ceiling. If you can let your foot go and it can stay right there, you can let it go. But if it slips at all, just hold it. Breathe. If you're in a tree variation, one of those first ones, you could bring your arms out. But for here, it's good to stay right here with the hands at palm center if you're going into that half lotus tree. Keep pushing the hips forward, gently guide the right knee back, and change. Right leg down, pick up your left foot. Grab from underneath. So sole of the foot facing the ceiling, careful of the knee. Hips forward, gently guide the left knee back, stomach in, left hand up. Stretch your spine up towards the ceiling. Hips forward, knee back. Stretch the spine up, grow like the tree, and change. Leg down. Nice. Lie down on your back for Savasana, or dead body pose. All right. I'm gonna move this around. Okay, so from here, we just lie down in Shavasana. So there is a form to Shavasana, so it's not just collapsed exhaustion. So heels are close together, feet fall open, arms down by your side, palms facing up. And breathe. So much of our day, it's hard for us to be in this kind of receiving mode. A lot of times we feel like we're really kind of up against a lot. And so the fist can be clenched and jaw can be clenched and shoulders up by your ears and wrinkles on your forehead. So here we do our best to surrender, just to do that actually, to surrender. Right, and to be in this receiving mode. Breathe. So when we take that stance of fists clenched, because we're holding on to something, whether it's something that we think we're entitled to, or something maybe we're angry about that we don't have yet that we feel like we should, we're not truly in a receiving mode. So once we can truly surrender and let the tension ease up a bit, open our palms, then that's when the Creator, that's when God can place something in your hands. Can't do it if the hands are clenched, if your body's tight. There's no way for anything to permeate through. So for here in Shavasana, in your experience, be in a receptive mode best you can. And from here, draw the heels up towards the tailbone and let your knees fall out wide. Oop, a couple pumps there, that's good. So here you can stay in this receiving mode. If you'd like, you can place your hands facing down onto the inner thighs. Maybe give the legs a little bit of an extra weight to help any kind of opening that you might need. So your choice there with the arms. And just relax, breathe. And from here, straighten the left leg, bring the right knee in for wind removing pose. Bring the right knee down. Tuck your chin to your chest, get the neck flat on the floor. Make sure your both arms, your elbows are touching your body. Both shoulders relaxed. Tuck your chin to your chest. Pull more. Hold it there. And change. Right leg down. Left leg up. Grab your left leg 2 inches below the knee. Pull the left knee down. Tuck your chin to your chest. Get the neck flat. Make sure right leg's straight. Flex the right foot back towards your face if you need. Pull down more, hold it. Change, leg down. Both legs up, grab your elbows over the legs, below the knees. Nice, tight, compact grip. Feet together, relaxed. Tuck your chin to your chest, get the neck flat. If you can't grab your elbows, go up as far on the arms as you can. Hold it there. And change. Legs down, arms down, relax. And from here, we're going to do a few roll-ups to really engage the abdominal muscles. So arms straight up. You're going to keep your arms pretty much in this position throughout the entire motion of the movement. So take a nice deep breath in and come on up. Yes, sit up and all the way down. You got it. Inhale up. Yep. And keep the arms up best you can. Up. Breathe. Yep. Good job. Let's do 2 more. All right, good job. All right, so next we're going into Supta Vajrasana. So that's fixed firm pose or reclined hero's pose. So come to the top of your mat and sit down, knees and feet together, right? From here, I like to take a little extra moment and actually bring my hands by my knees, fingers pointing back towards me. And then start to rock the hips back towards the heels. So feel this nice stretch all along the forearms, the inner forearms, and the wrists. So we do a lot of push-ups or those chaturangas. So it's really good to love on this part of the body that might not quite be used to that much strength. So this is a good one to really help with that. All right, so you can release that. From here, separate your feet, sit down between your heels. Heels touch the hips, hips touch the floor. This already is a great posture. So this might be, woo, all you can handle. Like, nope, not going any further. And that's all right. So you can stay right here, perfectly good. Otherwise, you feel like, I could go a little bit more. Bring your hands back at your feet and carefully come back with the help of your elbows. Your head relaxes down on the floor. Whole upper body relaxes down. Stretch your arms overhead. And then bend your elbows. Grab your opposite elbows and pull the elbows down towards the floor. Tuck your chin to your chest. Get the neck flat on the floor. Eyes open, breathing normal. Great posture for your knees, for your ankles. Great stretch in your quadriceps. Some of the ab work that we just did, helping stretch out the abdominals as well. Bring your hands back to your feet and carefully come up with the help of your elbows. And let's just go back to down dog. And just kind of walk that out a little bit. So circulation comes back to the knees, and just lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Press the chest towards the thighs. Good, good. And bring the knees down for camel Ustrasana. Place this here. This will be my little holder. So bring your hands back to your hips. Thumbs outside, fingers pointing down. Inhale, push your hips forward towards the front. This is a great posture right here. Drop your head back. So this is all about trust too. So if we're very guarded, kind of maybe living in some fear, worry, doubt, judgment, unforgiveness, this could be hard, just like some back bends are, and you're exposing the throat, right? So it might not feel natural, but do your best. Drop your head back and push the hips forward. Now, this could be your posture and stay here if it is, but if you can, you could actually grab your heels. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, push your hips forward. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, push the hips forward. Bring your hands back to your hips. Chest up, spine straight. Sit down. And let's go into child's pose. Child's pose, bring the knees out wide, toes together. Bring your arms up far ahead of you and let your forehead rest down onto your mat. Good. And from here, we go into rabbit. Rabbit's a tricky one. If you've never done it, it's actually a pretty simple posture, but you can't see yourself in it, and you can't see anybody else around you when they're in it because you're completely just enveloped in your own body. So you can check this out before you head into it. So from here, you sit down, knees and feet together again. Hands grab the heels. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round down, and forehead to the knees. Top of the head touches the floor. Inhale, exhale, pull on your heels and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Roll forward like a wheel. Now, if there's a gap between your head and your knees, that's normal. Keep your head where it is. Very important not to move your head in this posture. Keep your head where it is. Just walk your knees in. One by one. Pull more. Suck your stomach in more. So easier to feel the stretch in the neck. We want this stretch to travel all the way to the lower spine. Lift the shoulders up towards the ceiling, away from your ears. Bring your heels closer together. Inhale, come back up. All right. Bring the legs out in front of you. And bring your right leg out. Cornerwise, left foot in. Left foot creates this pressure against the inner thigh. Heel comes up all the way into the groin, arms overhead. Turn to your right, go down, grab your right foot. Pull back on the toes. Tuck your chin to your chest, round down. Bring your forehead to your knee. Bring your elbows in. Left shoulder down, left elbow down. Suck your stomach in. Get the forehead on the knee. Now, very normal if you need to bend the knee. A lot of people do. And then over time, gently push the knee down. Forehead to knee touching position. Inhale, come back up. Left leg out. Right leg in. Arms up. Turn to the left. Go down. Grab your left foot. A couple inches below the toes. Stomach in. Round down. Forehead to the knee. Elbows in close. Stomach in. Right shoulder down. Right elbow down. That's to get the two shoulders in one line. And then he'll come back up. Both legs out. Lie down. And immediately sit up. This time, grab your big toes with your middle and index fingers. Pull back on the toes. Walk your hips back. A few times, right and left, until both legs are straight as they can be. Look forward, head up. And stretch forward. Stretch forward. So think long spine. So not rounding and just collapsing down. That's not really doing anything. So long spine. So even if the knees still need to be bent, it's all right. Long spine and come forward. And over time, the legs will get straighter and straighter. Look forward. So eventually our goal is to get the forehead all the way to the toes. I've done it once or twice, way back, like over 10 years ago. So it is possible. It's totally possible. Look forward, stretch forward, go forward, eventually forehead all the way to the toes. And then he'll come back up. Let's swing the legs around. Let's come back into down dog. We're actually getting towards the end. This is one of our last postures, pigeon. We're going to stay here for a while. Inhale, bring the right knee up. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Back leg straight behind you. Yep. And you can stay here, or you're welcome to come down. So we're going to hold it here for a minute. The luxury of being able to hold pigeon for an extended period of time is great. When we teach yin yoga, we sometimes hold the posture for 5 minutes on each side. Oh, man. Feels so amazing. Gets deeper like nothing else. So the prescription there in yin yoga is the amount of time that you spend in the posture. So good. So here it's about surrender too. Sometimes it's a little scary to let go of the tightness. It sounds kind of crazy, but it's what we do. It's our human nature. Because sometimes that injury or that trauma, whatever it is within our body, it's our habit to hold on to it. We've never not held on to it. So like, oh my gosh, what happens if I actually let go? So yoga can be such an amazing, practice is exactly what it is. Practice for you to see what kind of patterns that you're holding on to in life. So you see it very, very visually in something like yoga. Let's slowly come on back up. And then you might ask yourself, am I doing that same kind of pattern in other areas of my life? Lift the hips up, walk it out a little bit, get the feeling going back through the right leg there. And inhale, bring the left leg up and bring the left knee to the left wrist. And bring the leg out nice and long, nice and long. And come on down. Come on down. Or you can stay up, either way. So yoga is an amazing thing to do, and it does create opportunity for a lot of self-realization of what you're doing in life, and maybe things that aren't serving you, and little tics and habits that you might have that you might want to start thinking about. Well, how do I stop doing that? Right? And that's why it's so good to have a teacher around who can help you realize those patterns. And while YouTube is awesome, and I'm so glad you're joining me here, it's good to have an opportunity where you can go in person to a class and have that teacher that you trust that will be very compassionate, yet also be very truthful and let you know when there's areas for improvement and when there's a pattern that's actually holding you back. And let's slowly come on out from that. Come back into down dog. Ooh, so good. So good. All right. Let's come down to the knees. And let's get a spine twist in. So let's face the front. Bend the left knee and bring your right foot over the knee corner. Good. So if you feel like, whoa, there's no way, I'm like kind of all cattywampus here, the hips are not both touching the floor, then straighten the bottom leg. Straighten the bottom leg. It's perfectly okay to do that. All right, but if you can, bend the knee. Your heel, your left heel is touching your right hip. Point your left toes, and your right ankle is right beside your left knee. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Bring it to the outside of the knee. Push the knee back. Turn your wrist, grab your left knee with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist. Look all the way to your right, chin over your right shoulder. Get a deep twist. All the way, turn, twist. Look to the right, chin over your right shoulder, turn, twist. And twist. and change. Switch legs. So now right leg on the bottom, right knee, if you're bending the knee, right knee pointing straight ahead. Bring the left foot over the knee corner. Both hips are on the floor. Heel touching the hip, point the right toes. Bring your right arm up and over to the outside of the knee. Push the knee back, turn your wrist, grab your right knee, the right hand, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist, look all the way to the left. Good, twist each and every vertebra. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, twist. And change. Come to your knees again. Knees and feet together for our final breathing exercise. Skull shining, or blowing in firm, or Kapalabhati in Vajrasana. So blowing in firm, you blow it very firmly by the lips, pull the stomach in and out. So it's a no inhale, it's only an exhale. The inhale happens automatically. It's kind of like an automatic vacuum effect that happens so that the air can return to the lungs. All right, so just do the best you can, right, as always. So hands onto the legs, close to the knees, arms straight, elbows locked, relax your shoulders. So by doing that, it keeps everything nice and stable, so there's not too much energy expelled into all different directions. It's just right here, all right? Relax the shoulders, relax your abdominal wall, look straight ahead, begin. Here we go. That's enough. So from here, come into final Savasana, lie down. You can close your eyes if you have an eye pillow or something like that, sock, whatever. You can place that over your eyes and help yourself just have this experience. Shavasana is a very purposeful posture when you're in it, especially at the end of class. So this is when your endocrine system is really sending all these signals off to all the different body parts that need to start healing and strengthening and all that. So make sure you stay here for at least a couple of minutes, longer if possible. So right now, just completely relax everything in your body. Return to your natural breath pattern, whatever that is. Just completely relax. And I'll end class here, and again, stay as long as you like in Shavasana. We end by usually saying namaste. And what does that mean? It just means that the spirit within me recognizes the spirit in you. We all come from the same great Holy Spirit, and we honor that within each other. When we're in the presence of others, we're in the presence of the Holy Spirit too. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.